Hey everyone, it's Brian here. Today I'm making my Beebeecraft project share number 2, and this one's going to be a tutorial. And what we're going to do is make a 5-inch by 7-inch card, and we're going to make it like a summer themed card, namely a watermelon themed card. So let's get started. I'll be right back with some instructions. Alright, so I've already cut this strip of red cardstock, and it is 7 inches by 1.5 inches. We're going to put this at the bottom of the card, and we're going to make this as well. It's approximately 5 inches wide, and we're going to cut it as well at 1.5 inches. We're going to see first if this will go through the trimmer, Cricut trimmer that I have. Make sure it's lined up right. I'm going to go on this side. Should be lined up right now. And then I'm going to cut through it. And we're going to have to cut through it again because it didn't quite do it right. So we're going to do this again. See how that works, and it works this time. Now, I'm not sure what package this came from, what paper pack, but I got this out of a color box. 1 or 2 pound pack of paper scraps. I forget which one it was, but I found it at Walmart some time ago. So I'm going to start using these more often, hopefully. And now what we're going to do is put this away for now. And now we're going to glue the red cardstock to the card base. Gonna make sure first that my glue is good and ready to go. As you can see, it is clogged at the moment, so I'm going to take a push pin and I'm going to stick it in there, move it around some, and push it back out, or pull it back out, sorry. Shake it some, and the glue is finally going to come out. And now we are going to put this down at the bottom of this card. Make sure it lines up with the bottom of the card and with each side of the card. I have noticed that this is probably about 1/16 of an inch or so overlapping, but that's okay. We could, if it's still, glue's wet enough, which it's probably not, because this is quick dry tacky glue by Eileen's that I use most of the time. And we're also now going to, as soon as I find my bone folder, or maybe we won't. Okay, I found my Cricut scraper. This is also good for scraping, smoothing out the cardstock, getting the glue out of it. Gonna do that. Clean that off a little later. We're gonna put this, it looks more like maybe alligator skin cardstock, but we're gonna glue that as well. Same way as we did the other one. There's we go. And now we are going to place this, since it's about 5 inches or so, going to place this with equal spacing from the left side to the right side. This obviously is not long enough because it came from a scrap pack. So we're going to do the best we can, and that's why I put the red cardstock underneath. So there'll be a bottom layer there. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. We're going to continue on with the making of this card. Alright, I'm back now. Now we're going to cut actually punch out some 1.5 inch circles. This is one of the products I received from Beebeecraft. I will link all the products I received in the description box below this video. And I'll also go ahead and lists the website and the YouTube program that Beebeecraft actually goes with. All you gotta do is have at least 100 subscribers and just let them know you want to participate in the program. But that will be listed in the description box below this video. So right now I'm going to go ahead and punch some circles out. We're going to need to punch out several because I do have some green and red cardstock, but the way I saw this is what I'd like to do is actually go ahead and make these and color them in with my alcohol markers. And I use Cali Art markers. I'm using a pack of 80 at this time. So that's a good deal. You know, you get that on Amazon. So what I'm going to do now is cut this in half using my Cricut scissors. And now I'm going to go ahead and get the best I can to the halfway point. I did not succeed with that at all, I don't think. Well, let's see here. So, you know, this is the half I'm going to use with this one. And now I'm going to cut this in half again. We're going to have a nice little triangular piece. Way too little for what I wanted to do. So I'm going to use these, color them in with grass green. Oh, of course that's bud green there. Grass green alcohol markers. Because all of it's going to be colored grass green at this time. And there is a reason. And I may go ahead make these a little larger at some point soon. In fact, I may do that for this video. And this layer is going to be bud green. This is second layer. Use broad tip side. They do look very similar, so I may need to go back and use a different color soon. And then we're going to take half of this circle, cut it. We're probably going to use this half. We're going to color this geranium. And we're going to color that in as well with the broad tip, which is also known as a chisel tip. Gonna do that. Find the cap, put it back on. And it is very important to put caps back on these markers immediately upon being done using them, because they can dry out very quickly, because alcohol markers honestly don't last quite as long as regular markers like Crayolas or stuff like that, because they're alcohol based and alcohol does not quite last that long. So I'm going to glue the bud green to the grass green, and we are going to need to do some trimming in a minute, I believe. Yes, these are going to be the same size practically. And also, as a side note, you can see here that this red went through the cardstock. So whenever you do this, you may want to use something that's only single-sided, and also use like scrap piece of cardstock or something underneath it, so it won't lead through to the next page or whatever you're using. So got that down now. And that does look very crooked, but that will be fixed in a moment. So what we're going to do now is going to take the Cricut scissors, cut off the excess, like so, and like so. You have a watermelon slice. I know it's a little cockeyed there, but that's what you get, you know, sometimes. So what I'm going to do is get off here. I can make a few more, and I'll show y'all what it looks like afterwards. So I'm back. I decided that I'm not going to do all these watermelon slices as triangular slices. I'm actually going to make some round slices like so. Going to use the same method. Grass green on the bottom, bud green in the middle, and geranium on the bottom part. But we're not going to do all this with this 1/2 inch. We're also going to use 1 inch and 5/8 of an inch punches. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Okay, so we need the grass green first, and here it is. Going to color the 1.5 inch circles with grass green. Gonna look like a bullseye-ish piece, I guess. Kind of like the one I made for first project. I'm gonna cut out a 1 inch piece now. To make sure this is lined up well, and we got that done. We're also gonna cut out a 5/8 inch. As soon as I get it through. Okay, so what we're going to do now is color this one bud green. And then, once that's done, got a little piece there I missed. We're going to color the smallest one in geranium. And you could also do this as a half circle, which I might do as well. It all depends upon how this looks at the end. Do like this, which I got backwards. Oh, I don't have it backwards. How's this gonna go? I probably colored the wrong piece. Yeah, I did. So where's my 1 inch piece then? I'm not finding it. So what we're gonna do is probably just cut these in half then. I really would like to know for the 1 inch. Okay, I don't know where it is. This is how things go sometimes. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. See how that works. I believe this is bud green. An experiment here real quick. This is grass green. This is darker. I'm going to put some glue on the bud green on the back of it. Try not to drop it. And glue like so. You're going to have a little problem there, I guess, with how it's going to look. But that's why I'm going to start using 1 inch circle, I guess. For that. And now I'll find the geraniums one. And I missed a good bit. No, I didn't. See if this works. Don't look right, but tell you what, we're going to cut out 1 inch circle real quick. Still love to find out where the other one went. And here we go. I could just use 1/2, which I'll probably wind up doing. Yes, I'm going to use 1.5 inch, because that does not look right at all. I should have one more. Okay, I'm going to use this one. That can't really be used for anything in this particular project, unless you want to have it take a a bite out of, which might be an idea. But for right now, for illustrative purposes, we're just going to do this in 1/2 inch. And then we're going to glue it down after we get it cut in half. If there is a way you want to have it cut like perfectly, then you would want to score it first. And there is a spot that I missed, so I'm going to take the fine tip side and color that in. So this may not look good, but it may. Who knows? Now we're going to glue this on. Try not to get all the way to the top like I did. And that is going to be quite large. And there we go. I'll see how that's going to work, but it should. Once again, cut off the excess and glue onto the card. You can make little seeds on there too if you want to. Stamp them, or you could also, draw them on. And now I'm going to put this one on. The glue ones come out, which it does now. I may or may not draw some seeds in a little while. Well, that's how it's going to look so far. And next we're going to continue with this pattern. I'm going to write a little sentiment on the top part in a minute. So this is what we got so far. I'll be back when I'm done with the watermelon pieces. Alright, so now I got the watermelon pieces done. So what I'm going to do now is I decided to stamp a pattern near the middle of the card. And I'm using a Stampin' Up set. Some are silhouettes, so I am going to now try center this best I can. Put some pressure on it. There you go. It's a little crooked, but you get the picture. So I'm going to have a little sentiment across the top. I'm probably going to have to write it in myself, but I might do that right now. In fact, I'm going to. In fact, I'm going to try to find a piece of green cardstock real quick, which I have not found yet. And I'm going to write a sentiment on there. I found me some green cardstock, yay. Green cardstock indeed. Because we had red on the bottom. Really, in my opinion, it's only fitting to have the green on the top. So what I'm going to do first, no, I'm probably not going to do that at all. Yeah, I'm going to cut this strip off first. And toss it. And now I'm going to make 1.5 inches. Like I did the other parts. Just drop some hand sanitizer. Good thing the bottle was closed. I'm going to see if this fits first. If not, we got to trim down. It's going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to trim this down 7 inches, which means I just put at the 4-inch mark and then trim. And this is what we're going to come out with. So all I'm going to do right now is write "You're one in a melon." And that's going to need to be actually trimmed down a little more. So I'm going to trim that down 1.25 inches. See how that works. And that is off the mark. I don't know why, but it is. So I'm going to use this trim it again. See how that goes? Okay, it's gonna work now. So now I'm gonna find a pen or some kind of writing device, and I'm gonna write that in. You're one in a melon. And we're going to put this glue it on. We'll put the glue on the back, and then gonna glue it on, and then we're done. We have completed our mission of Beebeecraft Project Share number 2 tutorial. And look at that card. It looks good, doesn't it? So, hope y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.